The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Buffalo Bills. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go from Tampa. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Throwing now is Brady. Flushed out right. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Brady. This is Miller, complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 16. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Fucking old Bennies. It was the AK-47, but they love me.
Ryan Succop for the point after.
Shit, you got a weak stomach. Eat from
and
it.
That one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Put some money on your head.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Switch. Watch the whip.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. They'll roll him out right. And Allen will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On first down, here's Breida. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Allen now looks to throw. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 40. From the gun, it's Allen. Rolling to his right. He'll go right back to Beasley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A handoff on the option to Singletary. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Allen flush to his right. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Buccaneers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady, that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And all the way down to the 35. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Brady now on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Jones. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And some strong running.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll make the score 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. This ball complete to the tight end, Sweeney. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. He'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Then he finds Beasley, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. On play action, Allen. Forced out to his left. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down, Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's going to go deep for Beasley, and that'll be incomplete. They took their shot, but the coverage up to the task, and it forces a 4th down. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. Here's Allen to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. So the shotgun snap to Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A final shot before half for Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And, oh, what a catch.
We got this.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Especially if that referee is you. With the niggas by with the pistol. Custom niggas by with the pistol. I'm gonna die with the pistol.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line.
I'm talking about a conversation.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
I'm up in my situation. I get money like a Caucasian. I read about the Caucasian. And for agent.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
A big play here for Buffalo.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Steps away to his left. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox there to make the grab. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
What we got?
Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Fournette, a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From midfield, here's Brady. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Jerry Hughes picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Singletary. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Cole Beasley, 38 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Here's Bass now.
I'm playing Madden, nigga. A lot of Madden, dog. I ain't never seen that one. That was a good play.
We're all knotted up at 14.
Good play.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter.
Double.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Double option? Double, yeah, I don't fucking know.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one
I
away.
get to it. It went in time.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as good running gets him to about the 44. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. A shotgun give to Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. 56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. High game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Check 53's Mike. Check 53's Mike. Get that quarterback.
So that'll back him up 5. So some pressure now on the kicker, Ryan Succop. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Succop will put this one right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Allen. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. 3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Tighten down. There you go. 45's the mic.
Now Allen. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Here's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are in the field?
Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Good job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
You know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays, it's going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go on EA Sports. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Play action. Now Wentz. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 22-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Brady. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50. The 30.
Is that it?
The 20. 10, 5, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And he will get in to make it 8-0. And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take...
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. Now Brady. And he's got his tight end Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bucs are within a 2-point conversion of tying us up. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions.
There he goes, right side.
Go time, baby.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 76 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead. Frank Reich going to tell the offense to go for 2. Wentz going to look to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Taken from about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. He'll let one go deep for Howard. Touchdown! O.J. Howard with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bucs are within a 2-point conversion of tying us up. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2.
58's the money. 58.
Check it. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. 58.
Brady's going to look to throw. It's caught at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On play action, Wentz. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Wentz on the drop-off to Taylor. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Watch the pass. 45.
From the 45 on second down, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
3 down. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Back.
Again, it's Wentz. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there,
God
get that
damn.
space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. That's exactly what he got done
Look at
there.
this cologne line the
Officially
shit out of
nothing
me.
on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Here's Wentz to throw. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Into the red zone. Wentz. He'll buy some time right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On play action, it's Wentz. Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
On 2nd and goal, Wentz. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Naeem Hines there to make the grab. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Frank Reich going to tell the offense to go for 2. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans there to make the grab. And the Bucks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Brady will look to throw for it. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Wentz now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before half for Wentz. That ball caught by Campbell. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're
taking it right down Broadway. 20, 10.
It's over. It's over. Let's dominate.
Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 71 yards. And the Buccaneers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now left side on the swing pass. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz.
They'll roll him out right. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell there to make the grab. And the Colts are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game.
Frank Reich going to tell the offense to go for 2. They'll let Taylor try and run.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Returning it, Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Throwing on first down is Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Brady's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Not a big window to throw.
Come on,
Coverage
bro.
wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Man. If y'all want to have a first day, y'all want to stop me, just say that, man. I'm coming to
They'll
weak
try
ass
and run
shit like
for it with
that.
Jones.
Like,
And he's able to
damn.
pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
This one of the days of the month of the two. Who know who?
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones.
It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Fournette.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Leonard Fournette.
Taking it in from 4 yards out as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes this a 9-point game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
You know what it is, the white motherfucker that probably voted for him. He don't
The Colts
know
come to the line ready to
do
start
that,
their next
bro.
drive.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From midfield, here's Wentz.
Back to the same target, Campbell.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Brady.
He'll let one go deep for Howard.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Rocky Sin. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Jamel Dean.
And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. If this is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off.
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2?
Check three.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This is Hines. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Now a play fake. Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Levante David.
And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them. Mike Evans, he's going to go. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, an 80-yard touchdown.
And the Bucs have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point put through by Suckup. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Wentz. Being chased out left. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Indy.
We're going to play one more. That's it. We're going to call it a night after this. I've been on a run. Lately. Let me see. 3 in a row.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
A first down throw for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And some room to work. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10.
57 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
Hey, we got 3 down. We're going to 54. Watch out.
Now Elliott. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb.
And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line.
Now carry there for Fournette as he's able to work his way for a gain of about 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Brady. Left side here. That's complete to Godwin. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Brady now on first down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Brady's throw there complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Throwing now is Brady.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Check 22. Check Mike 27. Silver. Mike 27.
Brady now to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here's a give to Fournette. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Leonard Fournette, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Sponge. No.
To throw, it's Brady. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for two, they convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. A tight one, 8-7 our score after one on EA Sports. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Prescott now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
Single, slot. Hey,
now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. 4th down, Prescott. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation
And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
67 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, and that's Elliott, complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
2nd down and goal. Prescott flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Brady now on first down. There's Evans again, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Brady. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. First down, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And now we'll get a timeout. as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This still anyone's contest, a 2-point game as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Well, let's see. He was 8 of 13 prior to that pass. Now 8 of 14, Charles.
Yeah, that's not horrible, but he's been under a ton of pressure throughout this game. Not able to stay on his spot. You know, quarterbacks talk about that all the time, being able to get to one place, set up and throw. When they make you move a little bit, oftentimes your accuracy suffers.
Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down. Prescott to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
From the 41, Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They'll run it with Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Kill. Go, get out there. Deuce. Jack! Watch the twist. 45. Mike, 45. Switch is A. We got this.
Elliott. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 17-8. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you... Got his man, complete! Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Mike Evans, 75 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you.
What
and
kind
it
of
worked really
pass
well for
is
them.
that, bro? He's literally right there.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Pollard to return from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline now for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
The pass by Brady there, caught by Howard.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. Here's Brady to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bucs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Prescott.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Amari Cooper.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. On 1st down, it's Elliott.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now left side on the swing pass. He's got the first down inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Zerline connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And Brady's throw there incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Now Brady. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Anthony Brown.
But such a costly interception.